welcome back to another episode of
What's up?
Nah,
John Royster
that's
here.
not how we do that.
Welcome to another episode of Fastened by Love.
Whoa, it sounds like you lost your voice there for a minute.
With John and
Abby.
We're going on a date. Don't she look so pretty? She's so super pretty.
Yeah, you asked me out on a date today.
In the gym, we were squatting. I asked her if she'd go on a date with me.
And I cried.
And she cried because she thought it was so cute. And I kissed her and told her everything will be okay.
And then I squatted.
And then she squatted like a champ.
Yep.
So, this is part 2 of relationship advice. Now, I think we only had like 18 people watch the last one, so maybe we affected somebody out there. Someone wanting some advice. Maybe we touched some lives.
Touch some butts.
Touch some butts, you know.
Touch some butts.
This is going to be part 2 of
Probably
4 or 5, yeah. But this is going to be some advice in the range of like your honeymoon stage still. It's like the first 6 months of your relationship. That's probably the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
You know, I figure after 6 months it's kind of...
Like you're official.
I want to say, I mean, we've been official.
I know, but like you've worked out like the little kinks.
Yeah.
In those 6 months.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is going to be... Now, I was thinking of this before we started the camera. I just didn't say it. But I think one of the most important things in the first 6 months of a relationship is learning about your partner. Like, having a genuine interest in them, the things they like, the things they dislike. And I think that time should be used to learn about the other person. Like, don't just hear what they're saying, listen. Like,
ask a lot of questions.
Like, I know some things that bother her, I know some things that don't bother her. It's not like we're 10 years in a relationship or nothing, but I know things that will upset her. I know things that that she likes. I know she likes pandas. I just took time to learn about her, and I listened to what she had to say, and I just remembered that. So when certain situations came about, I knew how to respond, or I knew how not to respond. Like, I'd never yelled at her. We never yelled at each other, ever. We never cussed at each other.
Except that one time. Like,
we were going to
Ohio, and we were going to go get robes. And you had the GPS. You were using your phone. And, and then you were like, oh, exit here. But you were like, oh, let me GoPro this for a little bit. And I was like, babe, there's 2 different exits.
You should have just said, remember the time we were going to Ohio and you about ran me into the median?
Well, I wasn't thinking that far. I was thinking about the time where, But that's when I yelled at you and I cursed at you because I was getting very frazzled because I was in a place that I didn't know of. So, but that was the only time. But then we got over it. I cried because I felt really bad.
You should have felt really bad.
I felt so bad. So bad. But we were okay.
Because I know her and I learned about her. And be like, I didn't attack her for that. I wasn't like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? It's not like I looked at her and said that.
But like, you don't talk like that in general, I feel.
Not to you. To other people. Fuck them. You're my prized possession, so I want to treat you differently than everybody else.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you differently. I'm not just going to treat you like everybody else because you're special to me, so I want to treat you special. So one of the most important things is to learn about your partner, take time, learn their dislikes,
learn their likes,
and work on how to effectively communicate back and forth. Some people don't like to be yelled at, so if you're yelling at them, they're probably not going to listen to you. If you're yelling, that's probably a conversation that needs to be had.
probably held that one in.
Yeah, you're probably like, you're probably in an argument, and it probably needs to be something that needs to be talked or resolved, and not yelled at, and have some partner ignore the other one because they don't like to be yelled at, and now nothing was really heard. You just stay mad at each other. Effectively learn how to communicate back and forth
Right off the bat,
so the other person understands what you're saying, what you're talking about, and not just hearing it. They understand it. Because everybody learns differently. Everybody takes things in differently. Some people like to some people are visual learners.
Yeah.
6 months in, first 6 months, what's some advice?
Keep an open communication. I think that's really important. Ask questions right off the bat, or not off the bat, but gradually ask questions and find out more about them. Find out what they like, find out what they don't like, find out how they handle things in certain situations, like when you're stressed or he's stressed. Like find out how he handles stress, because you can handle stress differently, and that can cause an issue in your relationship if you handle it the way that he doesn't.
That she lets me know, like, if she looks at me, she's like, "Babe, I need a minute."
Yeah.
Then I know what she means. I know, like, I'm not, making things worse. She needs a minute. She needs a minute. It is what it is.
Something is bothering you, or you are questioning something. Don't be afraid to ask, but like ask it in a, like in a good way. Like don't just throw it on them. Like I have a question. Oh, be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's through text, or if it's like if you have to sit them like down face to face, just put it in a nice manner. Don't just yell at them or whatever. But I feel like if you had a question to ask and you don't ask it, then your mind's just gonna keep going and going and going. You're gonna come up with all these scenarios, and it's not gonna turn out well. So just ask them. If it's scary, it's alright. You'll find out if they want to answer that question or not, and if they answer the question how you want it, it all works out.
You gotta communicate. You gotta know how to communicate. You can't just yell at them. You can't cuss at them.
You gotta consider their feelings when you like ask them questions or you talk to them seriously. You gotta try to put it in a way where you would ask yourself and how you would want to be spoken to, or how you would want to respond to that question.
Yeah, I think it's very important to understand that when you're talking to the other person, you need to do it in the right way. Like, that's your partner. That's somebody you love. That's somebody you care about. That's somebody you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Don't just fucking yell at them and cuss at them and upset them. Like she said, she cried when she yelled at me because she felt bad. I would feel really bad too if I just went off on her and then she got really upset and started crying. I mean, I'd feel terrible. I just made my girlfriend cry. Like, I don't want to make the person I love and care about upset. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to make them cry. So,
like what we do, like if we, like what
gotta be patient.
Yeah.
Gotta have patience.
Yeah.
Nothing happens, overnight. But I think we got lucky though. Like, I feel like we really got lucky because we've never really had to work on anything. We've always treated each other the way the other person wanted to be treated.
We treat each other with a lot of respect.
Yes.
We treat each other how we want to be treated.
And I think highly of her.
Yeah, and
she thinks highly of me.
Yeah.
And like even when we're talking to other people about each other,
nothing bad ever comes out of each other's mouth.
Yeah, like even if she'd done something that made me mad, I wouldn't go telling all kinds of people. It's none of their business.
Yeah.
And ultimately, they would view her a certain way from what I'm saying. So that's like the thing where I tell my mom everything for the most part, but nothing bad happens,
Yeah.
But like, listen, if me and you got in a fight, if like me and you were fighting all the time, and I go tell my mom or dad or whatever, and I'm like bad mouthing you, then they're going to be against you. Like they're gonna think a certain way because of the things I'm saying. We've always treated each other with respect. Yeah, we always talk highly of each other. We communicate well. We do things that keep our relationship exciting.
Yeah, like today he asked me out on a date.
yeah, like I've had a long weekend. I haven't had a day off of work in a while. I'm tired. Yeah. I'm tired. I've been busy and working all weekend. We still had to go to the gym. I didn't eat lunch. I was hangry. And I just really wanted to spend time with her, so I asked her out on a date. And here we are. So
yeah, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you can't go on dates.
Go on dates. Get out of the house. I would just get out of the house. And that's one reason why like working out together I think is very important. Don't stop getting the door for your woman.
What is it called? Don't stop doing the things that you did to get that person.
A lot of the times I feel like couples put on an act for the other person because they're in that honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
So they put on like a front to win that person over, and then they're like, all right, I got that person, so now I want to chillax. Like, no, like you basically shown that person a certain side of you, and that's who they think you are. And when you change that, they're like, wait a minute here. You used to, we used to do this, X, Y, and Z all the time.
Like you used to text me good morning every single time, but now you don't do it anymore. Like why? I'm not saying that you.
Oh, like babe.
No, you do it.
Oh yeah. So when she's not at my house, or I'm not at her place, I always tell her good morning. I always tell her good night. I always tell her how pretty she looks. I always give her compliments all the time. And it's not because, like, I'm not just saying that stuff because she likes to hear it. Like, I really feel that way. So when you find somebody that things like that, like the feelings like that are just natural, that's when
comes easy.
If you have an issue and you can't resolve it in 10 to 15 minutes, then you got to let it go. Because if you don't just let it go, I mean, I'm not saying let everything go. Like, if she cheated on me, well, there's no arguing. Like, see ya. And it'd be the same if I cheated on her. But if there's a problem and you can't resolve it in like 10 or 15 minutes by talking about it,
then you gotta think, is it really worth being mad about?
Yeah, you gotta pick your battles. You gotta pick your arguments.
Is it really worth being upset about? Is this gonna affect me a day later, months later, a year later,
But right now we're going to eat at Hibachi Steakhouse in Watertown. I have dinner with Casey Holmes or something, you never know.
She's in West Point though, so no.
She's out of town. But we're gonna go eat. We're gonna finish vlogging our day vlog here. We're not going to the mall today. And
they're closed anyways, so.
Closed anyways, yeah.
Saves us.
So, go check out our website, www.roosterstrong.com. Grab you a squatter tee or a combat tee.
Or wrist wraps. Hats are coming in soon.
Hats are coming in probably next week, hopefully. I'll cut somebody's throat if I don't have hats next week. So today's Sunday. I'm going to try to do my best to have hats by Friday. So stay tuned. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell. Visit our social media.
Leave us a comment.
And leave us a comment. That's all I got. So that's our relationship advice for the first 6 months of your relationship. Take it or leave it.
Honestly, it could be just for your entire relationship.
Yeah, your entire relationship, really. That is your Fastened by Love, John and Abby relationship advice. So stay tuned for part 3 and go watch our other YouTube videos. Peace.